Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute and a half. I've been away for quite some time. It feels good to be back, to be doing this video again. And it's not like I was away because I just wanted to vanish and whatever, but it was just circumstances at the time, so I had to take a break and regroup and focus and work on my life. A lot was happening. I was overwhelmed. I was not in a good space emotionally, mentally, spiritually as well. So it feels good to be back, and thank you to my daughter because she has been seeing videos of her aunt and her YouTube channel. She'll be like, "Mommy, when are you doing YouTube again?" And she did ask me this weekend, and I decided no matter what, I have to go back. And she is my motivator. She is my number one fan. I'm grateful to have her in my life. It means a lot. I don't know where to begin because a lot happened during this period when I was away. And apologies also for not communicating that I'm taking a break. Everything was just sudden. I was just not in a good space to be doing content, to focus on doing content or whatever. But I'm back and I cannot wait to share my life, to share things that I've been up to share the challenges that I have been facing as well. It hasn't been easy. This year was not the greatest, but at the same time, we are grateful and we thank God for the things that He has done for us. And His guidance, His protection, everything. So just to give you a glimpse of what I was going through this year. So mostly of the challenges that I had this year were mostly spiritual. They were very spiritual, and some spiritual battles, they just need you to just take a break from everything and you just focus, because sometimes it's just spiritual war. And when you're in war, you don't need your mind to be all over the place. You just need to focus. So I had to focus on fighting this battle. I once told you guys that it's me and my sister. My sister is 5 years older than me, and then myself. I'm the last born. It's just the two of us at home. So my sister has been unemployed for 16 years, and we have been having that challenge as a family, and it was not an easy one to see a family member going through that, the ups and downs. It hasn't been easy, but at the same time, I'm grateful to my brother-in-law, and also I'm thankful for him for not only marrying my sister, but also for supporting her financially, for him being a provider ever since they got married, marrying my sister, knowing that she's not working, and loving her despite all of the challenges. My sister is educated. She studied financial what in accounting. Growing up, she was very smart, and then completed her diploma, and she did some short courses there and there. But despite all of that, she ended up being unemployed. But before she got unemployed, she did get some internship program for a year, and then she did a volunteer for another year, and then that was it. And then she started having kids and started building her own family, which was beautiful. But she always wanted to be independent and be successful and do her own things, whatever. So me and my sister would talk a lot because it's just me and her. She only has me and I only have her. So we talk about everything and anything. We share ideas. We talk about spirituality. We talk about God. We talk about life in general. We talk about relationships. We talk about everything. So early this year, we were having this conversation about God, about fasting. So end of January, me and my sister had this conversation that let's pray together. Let's have this covenant. We're fasting every week, 3 times a week. We are praying for your breakthrough. So we had timelines. It was going to be from February until June. That was the plan. But in my mind, I was a little bit unsure about putting the timelines because we cannot put our timelines. It must be God's timing and God's doing. And we cannot time God. He can do it a year later. He can do it 2 years later. And there is no timing for that. So we had timelines. We said February until June. Okay, we started with the fasting. Her birthday is on the 24th of February. So on the morning of the 24th, I had a dream. And everything that I dream of, it's either it's going to happen or maybe it's a sign that something is coming, or maybe it's a warning, whatever. So whatever dream that I have, I already know that it means something. I do not just dream for the sake of dreaming. So I had this dream on her birthday in the morning. And at the time, I did not even realize it's her birthday. So it's her birthday. I woke up. I'm like, I have to call her. I have to call her. I need to tell her this dream. And also when we started with this covenant of praying together and fasting together, I did say to her, in order for us to be consistent and to grow on this thing, whenever something good happens because of the fasting, we must share with each other. If you have a preaching that was powerful, maybe please share with me so that I can listen, I can uplift my spirit. And then if there is a new song that I need to listen to that speaks to whatever that we're praying for, please share with me. So that was the plan, that we share whatever so that we uplift each other during this process. So in the morning, the first thing that I did, I called her. I'm like, hey, I had a dream about you. And remember now, it's been 24 days since we started with our fasting. I told her, I'm like, girl, I had a dream about you. And it's positive. I'm so happy about this dream. And you were so happy as well in the dream. So my dream goes like this. In the dream, I dreamt of my sister, her starting on a new job. Signed the contract, she signed for the benefits, she received a phone. She was happy. She was just in a good space, and it confirmed everything to me that there is a job coming. But now we don't have the timelines. We don't know when it's going to happen, when is it coming, whatever. But for me, that was the confirmation that whatever we are praying for, God has released it. We just need to see it here. We just need to touch and see it. It needs to be tangible. We want to experience it in the physical, even though spiritually it has been released. We just needed to receive it. So I told my sister, and she was uplifted. We were happy for receiving this confirmation. It has not been easy. I felt like we were being attacked in every area, in relationships, family everywhere. So the attacks were not only coming to attack only my sister. It was attacking almost everyone that is closer to us, our family members, everything. But during also that period, we would see God doing certain things for us. And I would pick up the phone and tell my sister, I'm like, this and this and this happened. But I see God's hand in this and this and that. So as much as it was a difficult journey, there were certain things, or there was God's hand upon the entire journey. It has not been easy. And I remember this one time, and that is when I realized that whatever we are praying for, we are meaning war. And also it's not an easy one. It's not an easy battle. I remember there was a point whereby we almost lost a family member. I was shocked. I was like, what is this? I feel like us as a family, we've been through so many changes and challenges as a family, but to a point of losing one of us, we have never. Like, it was the most challenging, especially for me. And that was when I was like, I'm taking a break from everything. We just need to focus, because now this is getting out of control. But we prayed, God showed up and He covered us, He protected us. We continued to pray. And I remember there was this one time, there was a potential job that my sister we thought she was going to get. Oh, that one broke me. Imagine, it broke me into pieces. It was promising. We were waiting for the date of the interview. I was helping her prepare for the interview. Like, I was so positive about this one. My whole being was so positive. I guess also the reason I was so positive, it is because of the dream. I was so invested. I was like, this is it. God is answering our prayers. Whatever, we are happy. The recruiter just disappeared. And then I asked my sister to follow up. And then she tried following up. When she followed up, they told her, no, we have already found somebody, whatever. So we are not going through with you, whatever. When my sister received the news, she told me. She was hurt, but she was not as hurt as me at the time. Because I remember, that day I cried. I'm like, God, we are praying for this and you are not answering. But God, you showed me. God, you showed me this and this and this and that. She signed that contract. God, you were there. God, what is this? If this opportunity now is not coming through, if this opportunity does not succeed, this means that this is the end of it. How are you going to make another plan? And I remember the job was not even a permanent job. But I was like, I'm just looking for something, just something, just something. I cried that day. I remember I went on my period immediately because of the shock, because of my faith just dropped. Boom. My faith dropped. But I said to my sister, let's continue. Do we even have any other option or a choice? We do not have. So we continued. But now I feel like my faith was bruised a bit. I was angry at God as well. I was like, Lord, I don't understand. You showed me, you confirmed this to me. Why did you do this? Why do you keep breaking us? Why do you keep this? Why do you keep that? So I was so mad. I was like, Lord, I don't know. Even when it's time for me to pray, I'm like, I don't even know what to say. Every time I try to pray, I would end up not even praying. I'm just crying because I'm mad. Not even just because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm mad. I'm like, Lord, why did you allow this? Why? You have all the power. You have all. Why? There was this other time my sister was listening to this other lady. I think her name is Ongezwa. She said, listen to this. And then I listened. Sure. I will never forget the lady's testimony. I think that testimony revived, like it did something to us. It gave us hope. This video was about this lady telling her story of how they were struggling, her and her friend. Please check her video. Ongeza was sharing a story of how she got a job after praying and fasting with a friend for some time. They got whatever that they asked from God. They got their dream jobs. They moved to their dream places. They started buying houses and buying cars and whatever. Her testimony did something. It changed our perspective. And I remember on her testimony, she even shared that when they were doing the fasting, they did it until God did something. There was no timeline. That's when me and my sister would decide to remove the timelines from our plan. And yeah, and then we did not have any timelines now. We decided that we will continue with this fight until God does something. And eventually, God did show up around July, and then there was another opportunity that was coming up. We continued with our prayers until beginning of September, whereby my sister invited other family, she approached me and we invited other family members to join in the fasting to help us fight, because we were towards the final stages of her signing the contract and everything. But yeah, my mom joined, my cousin joined, other people joined, his husband joined, many people joined, and we prayed together for few weeks. We were praying for her, and then eventually she signed the contract. She is busy now with the training for the new job. And when she told me that she got the job, I thought I was going to cry or something. But guess what? I did not even cry. I was numb, because the entire journey I've been exhausted from crying, from disappointments, from hurt, from the ups and downs. The next thing I'm happy, the next thing I'm unhappy, the next thing this is happening, the next thing that is happening. Since the fasting started in February, we got the breakthrough in September. She got her first permanent job at the age of 38 with 2 kids, married, but God is faithful. All I can say, if you're going through something, or if you're trusting God for a breakthrough, sometimes you don't have to do it alone. Invite people that you trust spiritually, people that will stand with you and pray with you, people who feel your pain, people who want to see you succeed. I feel like the covenant prayer did something. It moved something in the spiritual. So I would like to say that if you're struggling in any area of your life, please try the covenant prayers with people. God shows up. God respects covenant. And there is power in covenant prayers. Do not underestimate. And also, you must not have timelines. You must not time God. If it takes you a year, it's fine. You guys must continue until a year, until God does something. If it's 2 years, trust God. That I've learned is that during that process, especially when you're doing covenant, you are able to uplift each other. I remember with me and my sister, I would send her preachings that uplift me. She would send me preachings as well. I would send her songs that uplift me. She would send me songs. If there's something good or something positive that is happening in her life, she will share with me, and then I'm uplifted. If something is positive, I will share with her. If there's something negative as well happening, I will share with her so that she prays for me. So I think it does help because we were covering each other during the process, having the same understanding that it's not an easy journey. When I feel like I'm weak, when I don't feel like my faith is up there, I would share that with her. I would tell her I'm numb. She would ask, why have you stopped doing your YouTube channel? I would tell her, I feel drained, I don't feel okay. So the support as well during the process is very important. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you on your toes every day. So it is important because it's all about edifying each other in every ways, whether it's sharing testimonies or whatever. So it is good to pray for each other and pray with each other. The fight is not over. The fight continues. The fact that your spirit says, I want this, I want that, it's yours. All you need to do is just to claim it from the spiritual into the physical. End of story. There was a song by Uxoli Ati, ilifa lethu lingabiwa ngamasela. So that song really blessed me because it was speaking to our situation, to say, whatever that belongs to my sister, it must not be stolen by the devil. The devil is a thief. So we must not allow the devil to steal our joy, to steal our jobs, to steal our kids, to steal our families, to steal our businesses. Fight back. We thank God. And my mom was here not so long ago. And yeah, we did a prayer together to say we thank God for what He has done for us. It's not only about me and my sister now. It's also about fighting for the generations to come, because now it was just becoming a curse and it was getting out of control. But yeah, this is to say I am back. It feels good to be back. The war is still on. God is still faithful. Sometimes God's will is painful in our lives. Sometimes God allows certain things for us to grow, for us to learn, because I feel like during this journey, as much as it has been painful, it has been challenging, but there are certain things that I've learned as well during this journey, and I do not think I would have learned these things if we were not facing this challenge. But through this challenge, I got to see the power of covenant, the power of coming together and praying for each other. It is working. And also, you must try to be faithful to God. Even when you see things not moving, trust God, trust the process. Even if you don't feel your faith, if your faith, you feel like, I don't know whether I still have the faith that God is going to do this or not. Do not be discouraged. Continue. Pray even when you don't feel like it. Pray even when you're hurt, even when you're bruised, even when you're angry, even when you don't understand, even when you do not even have words to say. But just say, God, I come before you, and you know how I'm feeling. You know you have bruised me. You know that you have hurt me in this way and this way. Lord, I'm mad. Lord, I'm not feeling well. Lord, I'm not in a good space. Lord, your will is painful upon my life. Please heal me. And also, you know what God does. I remember during this period, we were praying for my sister's breakthrough and everything. But there are certain things that God answered and we did not even pray for. I was living in a bachelor, beginning of September. Me and my daughter were recently moved to a 2-bedroom apartment, and it was God's doing. God opened doors and God moved things. God showed up. Wow. But one day, I think I will do a video and show you around and show you my place, my new place. I'm still settling in. All I'm saying, God, as much as you are praying for something else, but there are certain things that God will answer that you did not even think or know that you need answers to. So, as much as we were praying for my sister, God came through for me as well in certain areas. God showed up in other areas as well. God continued to cover us as a family because it was a challenging time for us as a family as well. Trust God. He is able to do exceedingly, because He did exceedingly in my sister's situation. Come and say hi, baby.
Hi everybody. Subscribe, make sure you subscribe. And like this video. Bye.
Bye. Ding, 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 ding.